Hello, great to be with you and welcome to the match this morning.
Oh, he stole my line. Hello there, cricket fans, Don Bradman fans. Tristan Ogilvie here alongside Luke Riley.
Hey.
Back with another, I think this is like our third Don Bradman commentary.
Yeah, this will be the third.
And you may be wondering why we're doing another one, but that is because, well, there was a few sort of niggles and bugs that were present in the initial release of the game that have since been patched. So we wanted to do a commentary to have a look at exactly what... It wasn't a major patch, but it was definitely a necessary patch. We're going to just sort of analyse the changes that have occurred, Luke.
That's exactly right.
Luke's playing right now, which is why he's sort of doing two things at once.
The main changes were, which we'll see in a moment because I'm not batting right now, the ability to see the fielder's positions when you survey the field before you play a shot, basically.
Yep.
Which is excellent. And then B, remember the uncanny supernatural X-Men-like ability of the fielders to hit the stumps.
Yes, I know that pain very well.
From the car park, basically. That's been toned down significantly, and the run-outs have become a lot less of an issue.
Okay, so more human fielders.
Yep. Almost a non-issue, to be perfectly honest. I've been playing this for several consecutive weekends now, and remember those moments in the game where we the batter would be kind of having a fit and on the crease and
just sort of twitching on the
That's pretty much gone.
It
happened in one case against the AI to me, but the batter was given not out. So let's
see some action.
Bowl a few deliveries. But yeah, basically the main changes you'll note when you're batting.
That's a good field placing there, Luke.
Yeah. Well, I tend to sort of bowl to my field. I found that basically whatever I do, however I bowl and whatever position I'm in sort of in the game, there's a couple of fields that suit the way I bowl, which is always kind of upper end stumps, and it's like pace defense 5.
Oh yeah.
Works for me. I'm not sure which field placement this is. Obviously this will be kind of under restrictions.
So there's dozens of field settings plus the ability to make your own, but you just sort of switch between two different field settings.
Yeah, basically.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Keep it simple. I mean, that's coaching 101, I think.
Pretty much.
I don't know. I don't play sports.
Oh, good over this. Good.
So
tight opening over.
As I said in the intro, this is mostly a minor patch, but is there a bigger patch on the way?
From what I understand, yeah, and I think it's one that'll address the sort of the career mode issues, of which I have a few,
which is very unbalanced.
Yeah, well, see the problem with career mode, and there's a few of them. I mean, you noted them as well. But you kind of get into this vicious cycle where, because the ability to improve your stats, because the way you improve your stats is playing through matches.
Mm-hmm.
So that's fine.
Whoa.
There we go. That's cleared the boundary. And in my career, I'm a bowling all-rounder, and I know you're a batting all-rounder.
Correct.
So, my focus is bowling, and as I've said several times, like I said in the pubcast that we recorded last week, that the bowling in this game is actually surprisingly fun, and it flies in the face of every cricket game ever made, basically, where the bowling was always
I agree with that.
The least exciting part of the game.
Yeah, no one wanted to bowl.
Yeah, but this, the unpredictability and the way you sort of grind to get your wickets and that sort of stuff, and the analog nature of it, it's actually super cool, and we've spoken about that at length.
Mm-hmm.
But you don't have to do much, but just kind of just hurl it down there.
Great beard.
Get a wicket every now and then, and you'll find that, oh, look, my seam ability's improving, oh, my in-swing's improved, so on and so forth. If you bowl a wide here or there, or no, I don't think you lose points for no balls, because I've bowled fair few no balls, obviously, but if you bowl a wide, I think, you might notice a negative blot on your stats. But for the most part, it's easy to improve your bowling stats.
You're always
just
moving
get
forward.
overs, yeah. But with batting, the only way to get better is spend time at the crease. But because you're so poor, like you start off as a 16-year-old player with exceedingly poor batting stats. Like it's exacerbated for me, obviously, because as a bowling all-rounder, I'm like going to be the second least competent batsman.
Yep.
Sort of starting out in career mode. Like the only way you could be worse is just being an exclusive bowler, just a bowler. So I'm sure if you start your career as just a batsman, you might have a better run than I have. But it's just like I just cannot stay in long enough to build up my stats. And I think what I would hope is that Big Ant have sort of have noticed this.
Ooh.
Because I'm sure there's all kind of metrics that you can track these days with how people are playing career mode, and I know and this is something I really admire. They're very, they're very present in like community forums for their games and that sort of stuff. So that's really good stuff. So hopefully they're noting this stuff. And what I feel, and I've spoken to you about this last week, but maybe it's at least worth looking at. Maybe a system like these guys are. They should leave that. Sorry, it's hard to concentrate.
Yeah, of course.
Is a kind of a fight night approach where because it's kind of the career mode in this operates in a slightly illogical way where the only way you can ever get better is play games, and it's like these guys never train.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like, and the thing is, this game already has a batting nets mode, and it already has a match practice mode. So if they could be applied. Inside the
you build up your stats
in the career mode. Yeah, could between each game you get a little cap that you can build up. It's like, well, between each game you're allowed to build up a certain amount of points.
You get a certain number of balls to face or something.
Yeah, and you can, and it doesn't matter if you get that's the thing. You lose your wicket in this game. It's like the match is over and you got no more ability to build up points.
Mm-hmm.
In the nets, if you get bowled, it's fine. You just face a new ball. You can just grind away. The problem with the nets is that it doesn't teach you everything. It teaches you how to hit the ball, but
it teaches you timing.
It teaches the timing. It doesn't, in the nets, for instance, and I spoke to you about this. In the nets, I found that because I've set my batsman as poor because my career batsman is obviously poor. He's 16. It's his first year of his career, and the bowling machine at pro, because that's the level at which that's the minimum level at which career mode starts.
Right.
And I was finding that I just basically can't play many shots at all. I can't sweep at all, basically, unless the timing has to be like millisecond perfect. He just can't sweep the ball. He can't play. I can't really play to the offside. It's it's basically just hitting straight is what he can manage, or he can block.
Just blocking, yeah, right.
Yeah, so it's like, well, I'll bring that to my next match and try to do that. So the first ball, I blocked it successfully, and the second ball, I played straight, and it was caught by the bowler instantly. It's like, well, batting in the nets doesn't teach me which of my shots are going to get caught by the bowler straight away. It's like, and I know a game as kind of nuanced as this requires a lot of learning, and it's got a very steep difficulty curve. But yeah, I just think maybe a way to improve your career mode player in areas other than just matches would be possibly handy, I guess.
Maybe, obviously it's the Don Bradman license. You could practice by hitting a golf ball against a water tank or whatever with a stump.
Hey, there you go.
Is that what he did? Something like that. But yeah, no, I agree that the fight night training system would make a lot of sense.
Yeah, and obviously don't have it so it can be abused. Don't have it so you can just select training constantly and just max your player out, taking him
just
into
turn into Glenn Maxwell.
Yeah. Have a cap between each match, or have a cap a yearly cap or something like that, spread over the 20 years, for instance.
I think it makes a lot of sense.
I'm not sure. I mean, it's all stuff that has to get tested at length, and like I said, making games is a very complicated process. But I feel like it's a good idea.
I think so.
Yeah.
I mean, that certainly sounds like a very frustrating cycle to be in when you're just never improving and always sucking. So you're just going to generate the whole innings here, or I would like to see that new field.
Yeah, totally. Is this not a 2020? How is this not a 2020? This is not a 2020.
No, it's not. God, I think it might be 100. Or
These
it?
These guys are well out of their comfort zone. It's probably a test or something.
Oh, right. Okay. 2020 teams playing a test.
Yep.
Wow, I'm amazed they got that big a crowd. I'm amazed they're lasting this long, actually.
Yeah, they're really getting into it.
Brett Lee.
Well, the ropes are up, I guess.
That's right. It's quite a unorthodox test match, this one. Okay, so that was it.
Dear, oh dear.
What did they get?
Like $1 billion?
Oh, okay. Well, you get that. It might rain. Could be a Duckworth. I don't know how the Duckworth-Lewis system works with $1 billion.
Anyways, so here we go. So
so you got the positions above the...
Just a tiny little tweak.
Yeah, that's huge.
And yet, here we go. Jeez.
No, that's good. I mean, like, more so in... more so in when they're wearing their test strips.
Definitely, yeah. Which we should probably be wearing right now.
Given, you're playing a test. But the... But yeah, it was really hard to spot the boundary, the fielders on the boundary rope when they're up against the sort of white advertising boards and stuff. So yeah, that's definitely a smart change that they've made there.
So yeah, and it's like, I understand they didn't want to have a sort of a fielding radar, and that's fine, like, if you're going to do that. But I think, a few concessions to reality are required when, this is a video game. It's not... Oh, here we go. This is batting. This is batting in Don Bradman Cricket 14. Because we're not actually standing out in the field. It's not actually that easy to see.
It doesn't seem
a
like...
blob of pixels.
Yeah. It doesn't seem like a... I mean, I think putting the fielding positions above their heads is great.
Mike Hussey, here we go. He'll save today. Mr.
Cricket. But I don't feel like the fielding radar would, it's not like it's suddenly going to be unrealistic. Because, I mean, the ball's got, like, streaks on it and stuff. It's not like it's...
Oh, totally. I mean, I absolutely agree. Like, and all this stuff...
Have it there so you can turn it on or off.
Yeah, have it so you can turn it on or off.
Whoa. Wrong shot, Luke. But this is good. I mean, like, this game...
Yeah, it's baby steps.
I mean, as I said in the original review, like, there's heaps... I mean, it's a very excellent foundation that they had. So I'm glad that they're sort of making inroads into addressing some of the niggles, and then, how did he not catch that?
Might have been a bump ball, maybe.
Yeah, you're right. No, you're right.
Trying to force a run out sort of situation so you can see them.
Yeah, good call. Yeah, we should.
I mean, it's kind of difficult, I guess, to engineer that, but
just drop it at your feet and run.
Oh, that's hit the batsman. Very nasty indeed. What about that? That's got to hurt.
What about that? Yeah, it's not a big turnout.
Well, they thought it was a 2020. No, they thought it was... I don't know what's going on. Everyone's confused. See, that's good. So he's actually completely missed everything. Missed the stops and the wicket keeper.
Yeah, so it's really good. Like, you have the fielders backing up. Like, so when the ball comes in, there's always a fielder backing up. It's really intelligent. But yeah, they don't have, like, Scud missile launchers for arms anymore.
That's good.
This is high in the air.
Nice.
There we go. Not even going to run.
Just watch it.
That is champagne Test match 2020 cricket.
Only 6 less than 1 billion runs to go.
Yep. But yeah, I mean, I'm not sure if there's I'm not sure if there's a timeline on sort of any further patches, but I'm sure that Big Ant are pretty good at communication, so they'll obviously keep the people aware of when that sort of stuff's coming.
They spend a lot of time in the Planet Cricket forums where...
Yeah. I mean, that's a really bustling forum. There's lots of discussion about Don Bradman cricket there. There we go. And they have their own forums also.
So yeah, they're present and listening.
But yeah, it's funny how just those little things, like it was really those little sort of those kind of dud run outs and the inability to sort of pick a gap with confidence really kind of derailed a lot of the fun you could have with this game, particularly in two-player, which we're not playing at the moment. But I think, yeah, just these little touches, which they were able to achieve really
quickly.
Really quickly.
Yeah, because it's been less than a month since the game launched, right?
Have really helped it. And like I said, it's basically like... Oh, dear. Too busy talking to you. It's basically, this is really the only game I'm playing at the moment. And I'm genuinely enjoying it. It's just the batting. I just wish that it was, a little more fun.
Is that too much to ask?
Yeah, and
I
it's
don't
like,
think so.
and some people, I hope they don't, but some people interpret that as like, oh, you just want to go out and score a century every inning. It's like, well, no, I don't. It's like
just once in a while.
Yeah, once in a while would be nice, but I mostly just want.
Well, geez, you seem to play that late somehow.
I mostly just want to be able
Let's
to
check the throw. See that? Yeah, didn't hit stumps. Accurate,
just stay in,
but not superhuman. Yeah,
and just swat the ball around without being caught every time or bowled. Like,
even if you get 50 off like 300 balls or something, but as long as you stay in.
Yeah, it's like Anyway. But that's the state. That's the State of the Union with Don Bradman Cricket 14.
So yeah, almost 1 month on after one patch. That's where the game's at. I guess next time that there will be a more substantial patch, we will most likely do another commentary. But until then, we'll speak to you next time.
Bye.
Bye.